Yeah, hi. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, very sad news to talk about. Very sad to hear. I just came home. I saw the news on my phone. It was on Facebook, and then also, it's like among, whenever you follow like any wrestling groups, it was talking about it. So, unfortunately, Don West passed away. Don West, who was a former TNA Impact Wrestling commentator, I believe he was also like he was involved backstage on certain things. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe I believe he was a producer. I'm not sure so much, but obviously he was an Impact. He was TNA Impact Wrestling's personality. He was on. He was on commentary. He was also like on TNA's like YouTube channel. He was good at promotions. He would promote the brown bag. He would promote all the. He would do like good spot, like good, basically good commercial for TNA, basically making like selling merchandise and all that kind of stuff. Um, what first of all, what a great personality he was. Um, I thought what a great commentator. What a great commentator he was. Him and Mike Tenay were basically JR and Jerry Lawler of TNA. They were great. Okay, they were freaking great. Definitely the best commentary duo for TNA. When you talk about TNA's best commentary, it was definitely him and Mike Tenay were absolutely great. Don West was great. Like I definitely just for any like a big maneuver. Like so for example, like for example, I remember with like even like lockdown for example with like I think it was a lethal lockdown match. Or even a six sides of steel, any type of match relating to that, or even just a moment like, for example, Jeff Hardy. When Jeff Hardy versus like Abyss, I think it was like a 2006 match, or I think 2005, when Jeff Hardy would do like a swanton from whatever, whether it's from the stage, from a ladder through the table to Abyss. Freaking, it's just you kind of it takes you back to Jr. and Jerry Lawler's commentary. It's just like wow, what a great call. You know what I mean? Like what a way of freaking actually like. I mean, you can't really get fucking bad of a commentary than like than nowadays. Like certain like people that you have to understand. Commentary is like a lost art now. Like there's barely any commentators anymore that are legit or good commentators, and like I don't see any great commentary anymore in wrestling really, especially in WWE. Like WWE really lacking on commentary. People say, "Oh, Michael Cole gone good" or whatever. That's a bunch of BS in all honesty. I'm trying to figure out like what was the age of him, unfortunately. I'm trying to figure out. So yeah. Okay, it doesn't discuss how old he was. I'm trying to find it out. I'm sorry, but regardless, man, it really sucked. I definitely remember when I started watching TNA around 2007. I think when Kurt Angle basically went to TNA. I mean, just by Kurt Angle's debut, the way Kurt Angle debuted, Don West commentary is freaking amazing. Okay, so I don't know what to tell you. It's like Kurt Angle's like just the commentary for that, was freaking great. Um, Obviously, one of the reasons why he unfortunately passed away was due to like complications of his health issue. He passed away. Like I remember, like he had to deal with unfortunately like recently like a brain tumor, right? Like I believe it was like lymphoma. I'm not sure what lymphoma it relates to. Like obviously it's a disease. I'm guessing it's pretty much like related to cancer. But regardless, like it freaking sucks. Like the guy had to deal with that. It was like some brain issue. Yeah, unfortunately, he was 59 years old. Wow, that's fucking sucks. Yeah, Don West, man. I don't know what to tell you. Um, Very sad to see to hear this. Definitely one of my favorite commentators. Like if you ask me who are one of my favorite, like, I mean, I'm not saying like he's like great as like I mean, if anything, I do think he's just as good as JR. In all honesty, I do think JR is obviously one of the best, but there's not to take away from Don West. Don West is one of the best commentators. If you ask me, I think he's better than Mauro Ranallo. People like to fucking talk about Mauro Ranallo. What a great commentator, and you've been using him right or whatever. I mean, I don't hate Mauro Ranallo, but I just think in terms of like the voice that Don West had was freaking good. You know, he knew how to talk, he knew how to sell, and he actually he was able to, even when it's that like little heel turn he had, which I thought it was like, why would you turn heel, man? I don't want to see you go away. And he gets replaced with Taz. Don't get me wrong, I love Taz, but even like I have to say, I'd rather see Don West than Taz as a commentator for TNA. Not to take anything from Taz, because I do like Taz as a commentator too. I love him. If you were like even all three of them, then sure. Even though I do think three's overkill. Like, you don't need three people commentary. But regardless, I would have loved to see Don West like commentate more in TNA. I thought it was very short. But him and Mike Tenay were a great duo. They were a great commentating team. They were a great commentator announce team. Regardless, they're great. And just if you watch, I could always just picture it like just when Don West would advertise, hit like, oh, ladies and guys, they are back. They are like it kind of gives me Billy Mays vibes, which is fucking good. You know, he gives me Billy Mays vibes. Like, you know, everybody, Billy Mays here. Today we got a special OxyClean for you. The fastest, most cleanest fucking equipment possible. If you call right now, we could do this all day, but we don't have that time. We'll double the offer. Buy it today, buy it right now. You're about to buy OxyClean. And blah, blah, blah. You know, same thing. Like when Don West, ladies and gentlemen, they are back. The TNA World Title. These are the most requested titles in the world. But you know what? You gotta get them. If you want so much, you gotta get them, ladies and gentlemen. You could go on shoptna.com and buy it now. And if you buy it right now, we're throwing in a TNA shirt for you. Because we can't do this all day. You better buy it right now. Use the discount code right now, and you'll save 10%. But even you're gonna get the TNA shirt with the fucking, and you're gonna get a brown paper bag. You get a brown bag with all the goodies, ladies and gentlemen. This is like Christmas when you don't need Christmas. Buy it today, right now. Go on shoptna.com because that's what it's all about. Don West, I'm out. I love it. It's something similar to that. And Don West, man, I love, like, whenever, like, I remember as a kid, even just going on YouTube and just watching Don West, like, because, like, I was a fan, relating to TNA, like, oh, wow, TNA belts. Because I actually, like, was a big YouTuber, like, in terms of watching wrestling belts and whatever. I was big into that. And then, like, I would see, like, the TNA thing, and it would lead me to, like, Don West freaking just selling freaking brown bags and shit like that, you know, the shirts and all that kind of shit. So, or posters. You want posters? Here's a poster. If that's not enough, we'll give you more posters. We'll give you a TNA DVD. Well, what a man. Like, the guy had it. He had a great voice. The guy had charisma. The guy knew how to talk. He was a great, entertaining seller. The guy knew how to sell things, and he knew how to sell the wrestlers, which is what wrestling commentary should be. It's like a lost art, unfortunately, in terms of commentary. Honestly, freaking Mike Tenay and Don West were like one of the last great commentators in wrestling. In all honesty, and then like we had the Three Stooges like Jerry Lawler, Michael Cole, and JBL. But like I'm begging for that more than ever than fucking the modern day commentary. I feel like modern commentary just sucks now. And like Mike Tenay, I mean Taz and Mike Tenay were good too, but it's just like wow, like the commentary is really just not as good as it used to. So, but. Rest in peace to Don West, one of the best in terms of TNA. Definitely the best commentary with Mike Tenay. They are just freaking awesome. I'm definitely gonna. I mean, TNA's practically dead already. It just sucked that one person that we all know and love dies. So, God bless Don West. Oh shit! Cheers. Rest in peace to Don West. Very darn shame. Condolences to definitely his friends, his family, loved ones. Definitely darn shame to hear about the news. I don't know what to really say. It's just like obviously the guy was great with what he did. He's definitely one of the great things that TNA has ever done. Him as a commentator was definitely one of the best commentators, along with Mike Tenay. They were a great commentary team. I would argue I enjoyed them. I'm not trying to sound like. Obviously, I love old school. I'm always an old school guy. I love Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon. But in all honesty, I kind of fucking prefer Mike Tenay and Don West. If that hurts other people, I mean I'm not, no offense. Obviously, I love it's just like obviously in terms of ranking people, you know, like. But I no disrespect. I love Gorilla Monsoon and freaking Bobby Heenan together. They're great. They're fucking great. But if you talk about as a commentary, like I kind of think like even maybe like wow a little bit. I gotta give it to Don West, Mike Tenay, because I loved like they just everything just it felt like you were it kind of felt like wow this was definitely TNA's version of Jerry Lawler and Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross. It definitely was. In my opinion, Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross are the best commentary ever. But you have freaking, you know, like the TNA best. That's what they were. They were basically just like them. And it was great. It was great for TNA. I don't know what to tell you. Good. Rest in peace, Don West. God bless him. If TNA is even still alive and want to do a Hall of Fame, they should definitely add him to like a Hall of Fame as a commentator. So that's for damn sure. I'm pretty sure that's what they do. They do Hall of Fames, and then like nobody really cares because it's fucking TNA. TNA's dead. I mean, but it's Impact Wrestling. I don't care. You're dead. No one really cares. Like, and you don't even call yourself what people know you as TNA. Actually, call yourself TNA than just Impact Wrestling. Like, come on. Whatever. Regardless, it's still dead. TNA is just dead. I don't know what to tell you though. Anyways, I don't want to make this video long because it doesn't need to be long. Definitely send my best condolences to that, but I just definitely want to talk about like a little bit of Don West because it definitely sucked hearing about his passing. God bless him. Until next time, peace. Yeah, bye. Rest in peace, Don West. And rest in peace, TNA, because you're just dead as them too. I'm just kidding, but I don't want to sound hurtful. But rest in peace, Don West.